a beautiful Sunday morning and I'm driving in the beautiful streets of Nairobi, sampling the brand new Ford Ranger. And not just any Ford Ranger, this is a WildTrak, the top of the cream of the Ford Ranger family. It's powerful, it looks good, it's got grunt, but the biggest question still remains, would you pick this over the rivals? But we need to know first things first, what's this car all about? The Ford Ranger is in its second incarnation. It means it's in the second generation now, and it is based on the T6 platform which Ford have built. And this platform is tough and durable. I can tell you for a fact that the Ranger is one of the cars that many other manufacturers envy. What am I talking about? It weighs roughly 2.3 tons and it is powered by a very serious engine. The WildTrak, which I'm driving today, is powered by a 5-cylinder 3.2 liter engine, turbo diesel, producing 147 kilowatts and 470 newton meters of torque. That can pull a 747. Like seriously guys, it can. Now all that power is transmitted to the four wheels courtesy of a 6-speed automatic gearbox that allows you to explore the full potential of the 470 newton meters of torque. Why do you think Ford used a 5-cylinder instead of a 4-cylinder? Well, primarily it's about smoothness. It's about delivering power with ease. And of course, you know, the Ford Ranger has plenty of grunt. So, like now, you can even feel, I can feel all the power rolling into the four wheels, and it is as brisk as it can get. Trust me, it's not a sports car, but for a 4x4, it definitely has some grunt. Four-wheel drive system. This particular four-wheel drive system is selectable. You can literally decide to change the way you feel or the way the vehicle reacts depending on the surfaces. So if you're driving on rock, crawl, mud, sand or rut, then I can tell you for a fact that the Ford Ranger WildTrak is able to deliver with ease. The suspension, which is a front wishbone suspension, gives this car the ability to handle sharp curves. It's not a sports car like I said, but it handles with poise. It doesn't dive, it doesn't pitch or roll. And of course at the rear you have a long stroke suspension, which is leaf spring. Now leaf spring helps the vehicle to be stable at the back and as well allows it to carry 800 kilograms. That's 0.8 tons guys, that is a lot. So this particular car is both work and play. Now one thing I like about this car is how advanced it is in as far as safety is concerned. It has a mix of active and passive safety features, but I'd like to talk about the passive ones first, which are the airbags and of course the safety belt. But on the active front, we have something called lane departure assist. Literally this car can help you avoid ramming into another car when you're driving on a highway because it has sensors. It has a stereoscopic camera that focuses on the road and knows where the lines are. So if you try and drift, so maybe because of tiredness or something like that, it will tag you. You literally feel it pull so that you remain in the center. And of course it has emergency brake assist, so in case you don't apply enough brake pressure during an emergency, the vehicle will indeed give you that extra force that you need to brake hard on the vehicle. We've just exited the highway onto the beaten track. This is somewhere in Limuru and we're trying to sample the capabilities of this Ford Ranger. As you can see here, the road imperfections are terrible. As I told you earlier, the T6 platform is capable of handling the off-road stuff. At the front you do have a double wishbone suspension that allows for wheel articulation, and at the back the long stroke leaf springs allows you to have maximum wheel articulation at the back because it has a live axle, remember, and you are able to navigate easily. Of course, the approach, departure and bank over angle for the Ranger is enhanced so that you're able to ensure that you are not stuck when going bundu bashing. It has a wading depth of 850 millimeters. That is insane. In terms of 4x4, it does have selectable four-wheel drive system that switches from high range, two-wheel drive high range. You can switch it to four-wheel drive high range without stopping. However, before you shift to four-wheel drive low, when you need maximum torque and traction, you have to stop so that it decouples the diff to ensure that it locks properly, and of course diff lock. You do have hill descent control as well, that allows you to control steep descents without breaking too much off, and the car does everything for you. That said, I believe the Ford Ranger WildTrak is one of the toughest pickups in the business. Question is, will it be able to uptake the likes of the Mitsubishi L200 Triton, or the Toyota Hilux 50th edition, or the Nissan Navara? I'm going to find out later as we sample more of these vehicles. But I really can't wait for the launch of the Ranger Raptor, the beast from Ford. You don't want to miss that.